Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's evening here, not as late as it normally is when I'm recording or starting a recording. It's just gone 9 o'clock, so in the evening, and it's been an interesting kind of day for me. Yes, technological hauntings. That's what I'm calling them anyway, when all my technology decides to go haywire and not cooperate with me. But I got the better of it. So, for now, anyway. I have got, as you saw by the pretty introduction, a big reveal. Finally, the 2 Shabby Chic journals are finished, and I'm doing flip throughs. I'm not sure if I'm going to get both of them done in the one video. I might have to do 2 videos and just link one to the other for you to go straight to the next flip through after watching the first one, if that's what you choose. I mean, you might not. The reason why I think that I might not get all the way through is because they're very chunky. So, and I was hoping to do a voiceover, but I'm not alone tonight, and I feel just really weird talking to myself. It's bad enough talking in here where I can't really be heard, but my laptop that I use, my good laptop, is right next door to my housemate's room. So, yeah, no, I think I'll leave a voiceover test for another video. So, anyway, I've got my coffee. Get yourself a coffee, and we'll just get on with it. All right. Oh, it's wonderful. All right, I'm going to show you the first one. Like I said, they're very chunky. It was a bit of a fight to close, a bit like, you know, the overloaded suitcase that you have to sit on just to get the latches down. So, yeah. The closure is, yeah, I'm teasing you. I know. The closure is a piece of Gypsy silk, which I've left raw edged. It's only been tied on to the little like drawer catches or whatever you call them. I don't know what you call these things. It's only tied on, so, you know, once you start filling it up and you need to leave it a bit more of a gator mouth, and you might not have enough of the material to tie it up with, you can just take it off and put a different one on. All right, so as you can see, there's charms. Some are caught in there, they're caught under the thingy, but yeah, there is charms. You'll see them as we flip through, and it is covered in the same Gypsy silk. And the back is, on this one, is quite plainish. So I'll put it landscape so that you can see it properly. This lace that I put on the spine is just divine. It was an edge on a linen doily that I cut off, and yeah, I just love it. And the this is a braid, the little roses. It's a braid that I've put on there, just I don't know, to sort of section off where the spine is. This is a repurposed book that I've taken the pages out of and created a new spine for, so that I could, because the spine on this book was like only about that wide. So yeah, I've created a new wider spine. It only has 2 signatures in it. Can you believe that? 2 signatures are in there. Can you see it? There is just 2. All right, so this is the tassel, one of the tassels I made, which is in the previous video to this one. So this one is the one that didn't have the beads, and this is the cover. I'll turn it landscape so that you can see it properly. I can't see the screen without reaching my neck, craning my neck over the stand to see it. The lace I've hand dyed. This is not vintage lace, it's a vintage look that I bought a long time back. The flowers, I've actually folded these, and these 2 I've hand dyed myself. This one is just bought ribbon. I think it was like a 2-tone ribbon. And the leaves I've hand folded, and I've folded all the leaves and flowers. I've hand dyed the little daisy flowers, the lace daisies, and you've got a cameo here. Bring it up closer so that you can see it. There you go. And Tim Holtz nameplate, and some of those craft string of pearls, and some more of that beautiful lace that I was saying about from a vintage doily. And I've put I think these are Tim Holtz too. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember now. I know I bought them on eBay, but they're brass toned corners, book corners. So, which goes with the brass toned, whatever they're called. And the frame of the cameo is like a brass tone as well. Alright, so can't really give you much more description on that, and you're all sitting back there with your cuppers saying hurry up and open it. Alright, we're going to open it. Wait for it. It's just going to... There we go. That's it. Open and relaxed, with all the charms spilling out everywhere. So I'm going to pop it down here. I'm just going to stand up to see how well you can see the book. All right, yeah. So it is very jam-packed. I have left space in it though for writing in and doing your own mixed media sort of collages and stuff. This front piece is a double pocket that I created. It was actually a part of a video that I did a little while back. I actually made these by mistake. This is not what I was going to make for that video, but I decided that they were still useful, so I've used it. And in this kit there was like a calendar thingy. So there's a card for each month of the year that can be written on both sides. So there's the first 6 months in the top pocket, and the following 6 months in the bottom pocket. And yeah, it's just embellished with all bits and pieces. And the first page, which I've decoupaged, This kit was, I can't remember now, it was a Stamperia, like a hotel, like a Bon Voyage hotel holiday type thing. And it was very shabby chic. So, alright, let's move on. I won't describe every single page. I mean, a lot of it is self-explanatory. In the kit, there was quite a few of the ephemera cards. So instead of using some of them as journaling cards, I've used them as pockets. I found they were perfect size for pockets. So there's a few of these throughout. This is quite pretty paper. When we get to the other side of the signature, you'll see the top piece of that. There's some graph paper which I've embellished virtually every page in some way, in not completely every page, because as I say, I like my new journal owners to have room to do what they choose to do in their journals. I have I've machine stitched all the lace onto the pages. I've done a little on the spot cluster on a few of the pages. This is like the first one, and another decoupage page. This is on book page, which I've put a napkin, and then I've created a pocket with lace and some ephemera paper and stamps and stuff, and there's a card in there. All the cards are aged with vintage photo on the back, because I back all my kit ephemera with my manila folders, and then I age them with the vintage photo. So there's another little, just a bit. Got a couple of doilies in the page. I might just move my chair. Oh, I think it's easier if I stand. So I've made a doily pocket here with a ruffle and a little bow and button, and it's got a couple of cards in there, and there's a ruffle at the top. And again, a page tab from another video with a pretty trinket hanging off there. This is an envelope that I embellished a long time ago. This is one of the very first pieces of ephemera that I made, probably a year and a half or so ago. And the card inside, oh, if I can get it out, it's a tight fit. There we go. I have done myself. I've in this journal, no, not this journal, I've put some early 1900s ladies into this journal, just a few, there's 2 or 3, and I didn't have a huge amount, not yet anyway. Maybe for the next shabby one I will. Here we've got I've attached small pages to other pages with very nice washi tape. This has got postage marks on it. So, and I've left that white. You can embellish it or do whatever you want with it. It's like an old piece of newspaper, a reproduction. Another doily pocket. It's got 3 cards in it. Belly band, which this is, again, I made a very, very long time ago. One of the first pieces that I made, and it's got a large card in it. A small pretty paper. I finally got myself some hand-dyed silk ribbon. I think this is hand-dyed like sari silk, and pretty lace on there. It's just a index card. There's space on the back for writing and space on the page for writing. There's a pocket that I made a while back there on a video of mine as well, and that's packed with journal cards. It's another page which I've used washi tape for, and then I embellished this side with hand-dyed seam binding. And the paper clip is for this CD cover pocket, which is so cute. It's got 2 cards in there, and the paper clip's got a trinket. Another one of the Kit's journal cards that I've made as a pocket, and a journal card that I've made. Oh, I haven't vintage photoed that. I'll come back and do that. One of my page tabs that I made, and another charm. I did all these charms 2 videos ago. A lace pocket with a journal card and a piece of ephemera paper which I've bought online. It's a reproduction. A blank on the back. And this is an envelope that came with the kit that I had to fold, and I decided to embellish it. And I think there's something inside there. Some more gorgeous lace. And there's the other side of that pretty paper that I was saying about earlier. This is just a piece of lace on a pocket that a friend of mine actually cut them with her die cut for me. I've got the same die cut now, so I can do them myself now. So that's one signature. This this one has a belly band which I made on a video. It opens up. There's tea-dyed paper inside and a piece of reproduction ephemera paper. Again, blank on the other side, and a journal card, which is not, some of them I didn't back because they were so pretty that I didn't think they needed it. Plus it adds extra bulk. so I didn't do it to all of them. And this is another piece of ephemera paper which I've used for washi tape to attach. Another one of those pockets that I had made before. It's got very pretty cards. Again, I haven't backed them all. This one is, but these ones aren't. Another one of those ephemera pockets that I've done with an unbacked piece and a card that I made. There's another piece of ephemera paper that I've attached with washi tape, and there is enough room in there to slip some paper in the pocket. And again, washi tape. Another one of those die cuts that my friend had done for me, and I just decided to keep this one quite simple. This is it's a journal card that I've done, but I've only put the vintage wallpaper on it. I've left it as it is so that the new owner can embellish that how they choose. And that one is done. Another one of my page tabs with a tassel. Some more reproduction ephemera. This is just a doily flip thingy. Hide all your secrets, secret dreams that you might have had. Another pocket that I like the others that I have done on a video, jam-packed with cards. Right, those two haven't been back, they've been left as they were. These three have been. Alright. Oh, got an itch on my leg. Another one of those little pockets just with a lace flower on, and these two cards have been backed. Another one of my collage pages, which you can stick things to. One of my page tabs. That one's just an embellished one. And little, this opens up to reveal pockets of stuff, and it's got a paper clip with the trinket on there. That was just an old earring. That's what I did on the video the other day. Another doily pocket and some bits of ephemera that you can use throughout the journal. Another trinket on a page there. This is just decoration, doesn't serve a purpose. It's another flip. Look, it's got caught. There you go. And a double side tuck with bits and pieces. I made these a long while back. These are like a little tiny notebook. and a journal card. The lace in this is just luscious. It's just gorgeous. This is one of the first pieces I made a year and a half ago. It's a tiny little envelope which I've embellished, and there's a little very grunge, it does come out because I had it out the other day, very grunge notebook. It's like I said, I made these a year and a half ago when I very first started junk journals. So I've actually left the inside front and back cover uncovered, so whoever gets it can cover it up. But there's journal paper in there. That sits in there. Lots of pages in here. This is a piece of book page that I've painted and stenciled and made it into a pocket with a couple of journal cards. And this is the back cover. It's a lace pocket with some ephemera in there that you can use throughout the journal somewhere. And that's it for that one. So I would love to hear what you all think of them when I post these up onto YouTube. I would love some comments. I think I'll pause here and have a sip of coffee and a breather. And how many minutes did that take? 27, just over 27 minutes. So if I pause it now, I'll get through the next one's 3 signatures. Do you think you'll hang out with me? All right. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back from a little break. I had half my coffee. So this is the 3 signature journal. This is actually the first one I embellished. This one is another repurposed book. Again, the spine originally was quite narrow, and I did want to put 3 signatures in one of my journals. So this one I needed to be quite a wide spine, and what I've done is I've covered it with a piece of the lace, hand crocheted lace off of a tablecloth, and then embellished that with braid and my lace flowers that I've got. And I had this tiny little piece of braid with tassels, so I just thought I'd put that on there. And then I decided I wanted to put one of the new tassels on that I had made, and this is the one with the beads in it. The back of the journal looks like that. The lace here I've hand dyed, and the cover has been covered with music sheet and then a gorgeous rose napkin over the top. This side has got hand dyed lace that I've done, and the butterfly I've put a piece of jewellery, vintage jewellery on it, some paste. It's a piece of an earring, I believe. And these little flowers I bought online a long while back. They've got like diamantes in them. They're metal with, yeah, diamantes. And these flowers here are velvet ones. They come as like a blossom bunch. And this is another an earring, vintage earring. And again, I've put brass nameplate brass corners, and one of these, a pair of these brass dooflacky thingies. So it's just quite pretty. And again, I've only hand tied the Dupion silk tie closure onto these so that it can be removed if need be. Alright, so, and again, this one's quite heavy. This one's probably more embellished on the inside than the other. And the Dupion silk is quite frayed. Where's my scissors? So it is starting to tangle. All the threads are sort of coming out and getting caught up in each other. Just remove this off of this charm before it breaks the charm. There we go. So opening it up, you can see that this is the top. It's very full, and yeah, it's jam-packed. It's got lots of little trinkets in there. You'll see them as we go through, like the other one. Alright, let's have a look. This one again is one of those double pocket pages that I've done, but this one has got, this is the one that turned out the proper way on the video. Actually, I'm just going to move my stand. Right, this is what I actually intended to make. The butterfly is the catch that holds the little notebook. This has got some page in it that folds out, and the little butterfly holds it closed. And then there's some backed journal cards in there, and there's the first page of the first signature with one of my page tabs, and a repurposed earring for a charm. And again, I don't know why I keep saying that, I've machine stitched all the lace on the pages and the doilies in. So this is a long doily, and I've stitched it to make a pocket, and there is some reproduction paper in there. And this folds out. Again, I've used washi tape, done the same thing. It's a pocket I've made. You'll be able to find a video for this. And I've used book page, and this is baking paper. I didn't have tracing paper. It's the closest I had. New baking paper, which I've embellished with some ostrich feathers wool. Reproduction newsprint. There's a on the spot cluster that I've done there. Some lovely sort of botanical pictures in this one from her gardening book. I've done some stamping on some of the pages, not all of them I don't think, but there is quite a bit of stamping throughout. There's a belly band that I've done, and there's a couple of journal cards. Now this one I wanted to put some perfumery, vintage perfume ads into this one, so I've hunted online for some free ones, and I've made journal cards out of them. So I've left this little nameplate blank so that you can put whatever you like on there, or the owner can, sorry. Doily, it's a paper doily. For my birthday I got lots of tea and coffee dyed paper, and in amongst it was some lined paper and graph paper that my friend had dyed. So that's what we've got here. There's a double corner pocket and a little cute little brad, very sort of boho brad, and they're backed. You can write on the back of those. Some reproduction dictionary pages. There's another a collage page that I've done with a vintage perfume bottle, and it's a gorgeous lace off of a vintage hanky, and a pretty little I think it's like an iris or an orchid. These were earrings which I've used as charms on the page tab there. Some more stamping. I did these a while back. This is on one of my videos, embellishing pages. So, and then I've cut around it. That's the other piece of the reproduction dictionary page, and on the white side I've created a pocket with a vintage perfume ad and put a card in there. Gorgeous peacock. I love the colour on this. This is just stunning colour. And again, that's blank, so it can be written on or done with whatever. Another one of my book pages that I've painted and stenciled. Some more kind of botanical type pictures. This is another doily flip thing to hide your secrets or your dreams that you've had that you don't want people to see. And little cluster that I've done on the edge of this baking paper with some very pretty sweet wool. Off of a that's what was on the spine. This is like the edging of that tablecloth on that book page there. Some other pretty stamping. And there's the other half of that doily pocket with another piece of very sweet paper ephemera in there. So that's one signature. And the next one, it's got one of my page tabs that I made with a sweet trinket. And another doily that I've stitched in. And another perfume ad which I've made into a journal card. Get in there. More stamping. There's another paper stuck in with washi tape. I've backed that one with some tea dyed paper. There's another, this page, in amongst the pages that I got from my friend for my birthday, one of them was torn, and I don't like to waste tea dyed paper in that, so I left it torn and just embellished the torn edge, and then I've put a cluster on the corner. There's another botanical picture. Some reproduction newspaper. This is a belly band with a journal card in. Sorry if you can hear that noise. My neighbours have got visitors and they're being a bit loud. This is a piece of book page out of a Dutch resource book. And one of my page tabs with a little tassel. I repurposed some music sheet to make a pocket, and on this page, the other side of the book page, I've put some of the rose napkin which is on the cover of this book, and then put a gorgeous piece of vintage advertising. It's some tea dyed graph paper, paper doily, a ruffled piece of the Dupion silk, and one of my lace flowers, and that lifts up. Beautiful peacock paper. I love that paper. Just absolutely, it's just gorgeous. She's got some very interesting marks on her paper. I think she might have done those. They might be the coffee ones. This is one of my specimen cards that clusters that I did, which I've made as a tuck spot. And there's another vintage what do you call it? Advertising, perfume advertising. Hand-dyed lace. Tuck spot with some more vintage advertising, perfume. Gibson Girls, I've put a few of these in as well. Just love the Gibson Girls. I love that era. These envelopes I did, they're on a video as well. So that's got a card in there. And this adorable little ballerina. You see her? She was one of a few lining the bottom of an organza, a vintage organza apron. Isn't she adorable? That lifts up so you can write on that. And then on this side, there is another, there's a tuck spot in there with another journal card. Another tuck spot which I've done a a little cluster on, and another advertising. I'm going to show you all these because I just love them. Aren't they gorgeous? And there's a charm on that page, which is just a retro cheap earring, which I've just taken the hook off and put a bowl pin on. A music chic pocket and a little tuck spot using some of the ephemera from the this is from one of my previous kits. And inside it, these is some reproduction ephemera that you can use throughout the journal, and some tickets and stuff. Another embellished baking sheet. More graph paper. Some pretty paper from the kit, and another Gibson Girl. I've left this baking paper. I think there's 2 that I've left, so they can be embellished however whoever has this chooses to, or not. Collage page. And then on this side of it there is a pocket with some reproduction ephemera for gluing throughout, and 3 journal cards, one of which is an old ad, picture of an old ad. And there's the other half of that doily for a pocket, and some very pretty paper inside there. So, I mean, these can be written on, or they can be torn up and used as collaging on other pages. And there is a book tab on there, but I did actually put that a bit too far in. But yeah, I love this page. It's one of my collage pages, and it's got one of my page tabs on. And then there's a doily with some more ephemera in the pocket, and a large journal card with a repurposed earring for a charm. Aren't they? That's just lovely. And that page under there is just a tea or coffee dyed paper, which can be written on. Another page stuck in with washi tape, which I've backed with tea dyed paper. And there we go. This is a belly band, but it's a little bit, although it goes from top to bottom, it's limiting on space. That's another perfume ad. And a tuck spot, and this one is, it's on book page, and I've used that napkin again, and I had excess, and I thought, well, rather than tearing it off, I'll glue it to the paper doily. And although it's like torn, I quite like it. I probably could have gone over that with some vintage photo, but I've left it, so you know, whoever gets it can do whatever they want. And this is from the Gibson Girl area as well that I've done. There's a cluster. And there's the other one that I didn't embellish there. Another botanical. It's another envelope that I did a year and a half ago. And inside that one is an ad for my favourite perfume. This is my all-time favourite. I love this perfume, Shalimar. I've actually got some. It is divine. So I haven't embellished it too much because I knew that this journal was going to be quite chunky, and so I was careful not to put too much on the cards. I've left them pretty much as they are. If I don't, with my journals, if I don't do so much page embellishment, like, you know, lace on every one pretty much, I do embellish my cards quite a lot. But because this one had so much on the pages, I've left the cards. So there's another doily flip. It's reproduction dictionary page. Piece out of the gardening book. This is another reproduction ephemera that can be written on. This again, my paper had a little tear in the corner, so I've just put a piece of lace braid on the corner there. These are something I made a little while back. I think, yeah, the other one's got it too. But inside there's some little bits and pieces that you can use in the journal. And on the paper clip there's a charm that I did only the other day. Coming near the end now. There's another CD cover which I've done. It comes out, you can, there's a journal card inside, that's who she is. So that comes off. Yeah, it's so pretty. Another torn corner that I haven't actually done anything to, so someone else can do that. This is a little notebook, and on the other side clipped is some more advertising as a card, and that's clipped to some tea-dyed paper. And there's the other pocket which I've left empty. And it's got some lace on here. And then this is the original back cover, which I wasn't sure. I've left it uncovered. I know that the brad, you can see it, but I just love this old back cover. This was originally inside, as it is now. And I still might stick some lace here. but I might maybe put a little flower or something over that. Probably, yeah, that's what I'll do. So apart from that, that's what I need. I don't know. Comment below. Tell me if you think I should cover that up. Anyway, that's it. I'm just so wrapped in this journal. I'm wrapped in both of them. Really, they have had so much work involved. It's just unbelievable the amount of work that has gone into them. They have taken me ages to do. So I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Let me know about that, Brad. I probably will do it anyway. So, yeah. I just didn't really want to put more on that page. I wanted to leave it as original as I could. So, yeah. We'll see. Yeah, I try to, with my journals, I try to make sure that there's plenty of journaling space. I originally wanted to do junk journals for dreams to be recorded in. Very much a spiritualist, and I believe in dreams and their meanings and stuff, and I know that they can be used for just, you know, keeping all kinds of memories in them. But that was my original plan, and they mean a lot to me, and so I do put a huge amount of effort into them. Yeah, so even if they're not as embellished on the pages as these are, all the ephemera that goes into them certainly is, and they still end up being gator mouths because all the ephemera is so heavily embellished. So, yeah. I have got 10 little mini journals to do, very, very mini, and not anywhere near as embellished as these. I'm leaving them blank, pretty much, because that was my intention, to leave them blank. And they're going to all have a journal card to go with them, but apart from that, the pages, I won't be doing anything to the pages at all. Nothing. And only one piece of ephemera that I've made will go in it. And so I've got 10 of those, and I'm thinking of doing 2 to a listing because they are so tiny, and I can probably get 2 for the price of 1 on the postage. Whereas if I just put 1 in, the postage would just make it too expensive, I think. Postage here in Australia is just horrendous. So I'm doing a 2 for 1 thing. So there'll be 5 little mini journal listings. And when I did these, one of my other videos, I actually made these little book covers using soft cover romance books, and I'm going to put pages in. This one hasn't got pages, but I embellished them. The cover has been embellished with the wallpaper. It was, you know, things to do with wallpaper, and I had 2 of these, and on each of these journals was going to get 1 each, but because they're so fat, they're just not going to fit in. So I'm going to do some more of these, to do listings of those little notebooks. And next up, we've got big buttons. I have to check it out first. I have to actually do something with these buttons before I actually do the video. Usually I just jump in and hope for the best, you know. But I actually want to test it out, test my theory out, see if it will work. So, yeah. I'll be listing these after the after this weekend. Probably Monday or Tuesday. It's Saturday evening here in Australia. So Monday or Tuesday I'll be listing these. So yes, I'll be waiting to hear what comments we've got about that back cover. It'll take me 2 seconds to do it, so it's not an issue. Apart from that, happy crafting, everyone, and stay well and happy. I hope you're all happy and busy, making lots of mess like me. Bye for now, until next time.